Excuse me. I do. Now, if only the camera would agree with us. My brain just shut off. There was something else I needed to do. You know what the really stupid thing is? When you are the streamer and you can't even remember your own commands and you have to look them up. Oh. That's not the thing I was looking for. Thank you very much. Basically, I'm doing this for a test because it's been there, but I haven't tested it yet.
This shit is cringe. Yeah, you found it cringe, but I found it fun. And that's why I'm happier than you.
Okay, so it does work. You can hear it. You can actually hear it better than you can on Tank's TikTok. Yay me. Also, no, I didn't wait. Like, I waited a really long time to hear from Tank to see if it was okay. But he has it set up to allow for duets and whatnot, so I'm just gonna run with it. So yeah, if you guys hear anybody say that something I'm playing is cringe, we can just play happy. Also, did you guys see Coda in the background there? She might be a little overexcited because Mom gave her some leftovers from Grubhub. Well, not really leftovers. I specifically saved parts. Anybody have a dog who refuses to eat broccoli? Because I have a dog who loves cooked broccoli. Cooked or frozen. She's not a big fan of fresh. Get some quota time out of the way here. Not that it has to be got out of the way or that it's a chore, but you know. Coda likes broccoli and Brussels sprouts. I'm not sure about asparagus. I've never had asparagus left over to give her. I like asparagus. Though, probably because I only ever saw adults eating it when I was a kid. Brussels sprouts and asparagus, were never offered to me as a child. They were probably because my dad does not like Brussels sprouts. And asparagus, frankly, is expensive. So those were never offered when we were kids. So broccoli, Dad would buy like 2 stalks of broccoli, fresh because whatever. Anyways, so he would buy these 2 stalks of fresh broccoli, which they're big fucking stalks, right? With the floret and the giant stalk coming out. He would boil the whole thing. I mean, boil the piss out of it. And then we would eat that. The whole thing, stock and all. So I will eat broccoli stalks. Like, the floret is the best part, but I will totally eat broccoli stalks. They're good. They're delicious. Especially when the piss isn't boiled out of them. This is a running theme in my life. Either things were boiled the piss out of or baked to death. You do not want my dad's chicken breasts. And actually, if you're a lover of steak, like really good steak, you probably don't want my dad's steak either. Because Mom and Dad's opinion of steak is it should be gray all the way through. All the way through. That is Mama's sweater you are sniffing. What are you doing? Wait, what are you doing? Is that Mama not paying attention to a puppy dog, and you think that Mama should be paying attention? That should be giving you treats? You are still overweight, young lady. This is just because I'm at a caloric deficit doesn't mean that I'm going to lose any weight, Mom. Because I'm not getting any extra activity, and so my metabolism isn't doing nothing. She legitimately has not lost a pound. I don't think she's lost a few ounces. I'm gonna get this puppy. I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get this paw right here. I'm gonna get her. Got this paw. I got it. Oh, I didn't Mama get it, your paw. Oh no! That Mama get it, your paw. Yeah. Mama have a kiss? Hey, that's a paw. I want a kiss. Can you get Mama a kiss? Mama have a kiss? Hey, get this puppy. Hey, get this puppy's paws. Hey, get the paws. I'm going to get them paws. Oh. Wait, did Mama tickled your paw? Did her tickle it? Okay. Doing better than yesterday. All right, let's Coda was being cute, so we had to have some Coda. Let me double check my... Yes, sound is set up correctly. Okay. Also, I have mildly, sort of, kind of changed the sound setup for me. I have stopped specifying which audio device... Oh, excuse me. The monitor has to go to. So now if I switch to my desktop speakers and I'm doing my tests, it should test out of my desktop speakers. When I switch to my headset, I might have to turn things off and turn them back on again, but just I've been doing that anyways. It should go to the speakers or to the headset. So it's been an interesting night. Also, I played a bunch of Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. I really want to play Soul Reaver again. Faye, you just played. I know. I don't know what it is about that game, but I get a severe dopamine rush from it. More so from Soul Reaver and Soul Reaver 2 than the other 3 games in the series. But the whole series is, well, okay, maybe not Blood Omen 2. But I've never finished Blood Omen 2 because the controls were really wonky. Also, it starred Cain, and I had not yet learned to appreciate Cain. And I do appreciate him now. My first adventure in Legacy of Kain and Nosgoth was with Raziel, and it colored my opinion of Cain. And I don't think I really started to really understand Cain until my playthrough of Defiance this year. So. Also, all of a sudden, my tooth hurts really bad. I think it might have cracked. Times like this that I wish I still had some leftover Oxy. I do not, and I have never abused it. I was that person who would make, you know, a 2-week supply of Oxy or Percocet, which is basically the same thing. Last for a month and a half. Oh. I have sort of an easy fix, but it's going to require the be right back screen for a little bit. So I will be right back. And believe it or not, I learned this sort of from playing Vampire. Okay, so the little trick that I picked up, from Vampire was that clove has an analgesic effect. And that it used to be used to numb toothaches. That's what it does really well. It numbs toothaches. Also, it kind of dampens the feeling inside of your mouth in general. Coda, I know Mom's room is a mess over there, but can you lay down? Thank you. I appreciate it. So what I did was I took an entire bottle of knockoff Listerine, unflavored, and I dumped about probably 1/4 pound of cloves into a jar, and then I poured said Listerine into the jar. And I let that sit for a really long time. Look who thinks it's time for a TREAT. It is not time for TREAT. It's not. Mom gifted you preemptive TREATs. Never did. You're adorable, but it's not time right now. So I soaked these cloves probably for a couple of months. And then I strained them from the liquid, put the liquid back in the bottle, and now when my mouth hurts, I swish a few tablespoons of clove mouthwash. Like legitimately clove mouthwash. I also have cloves that are still soaking in 91% isopropyl alcohol. So I can use that if if there are scrapes or cuts or bruises or this or that. I also bought myself some iodine and a couple other things because I'm accident prone. So yeah. Anyways, now that we have wasted 22 minutes before stream, okay, we have several side quests, including the need to go to Rosaria to kill a bomb. Except I'm not allowed to go to Rosaria. Or anywhere else for that matter. Fine. Be that way. Yeah. Onward. Get on, Ambrosia.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
That's close.
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass. And all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
Speaking of...
So what do you think?
You deserve a rest.
You'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
What about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any
About
chance?
that one back that way.
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
Are
We may
they?
have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, Hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
It sounds shady to me. Shady McShaderton.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. Well, we've got guests.
Oh, you do you? Well, maybe you should point them my way. I'd love to shake hands.
And if you ever want to see it again, you'll pay the toll.
Super shady. I'm not sure they're the real Slim Shady, though. Damn it. This attack doesn't really do a lot of damage, and it doesn't build up stagger at all. It just gets you ready to do the thing that does a lot of damage in a wide area. Which is why I like it. Probably my favorite. And it's an Odin skill.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
That was adorable. Coda kind of, sort of does that sometimes. What am I doing? Why am I poking my head in all the corners? It doesn't... I have everything. I'm doing this for story.
Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here.
Anybody else here a fan
been a
of
pleasure.
Avatar?
Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother.
The Last
What if we
Airbender,
want
I
his
mean.
help again next time?
The Earth Kingdom cabbage vendor. Every time. forgot to put my hair in a braid. And it's just long enough. Now, every time I lean back, it gets trapped between my shoulders and the chair.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least. The path continues on the other side.
Oh, look at that. That's not bad. There are all kinds of accessories that can do all kinds of things. For instance, in increasing the attack strength of an item or a particular attack.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Nothing.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sambrec.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age,
Father, please.
or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The Emperor whom I gladly serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
I hate her.
You trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sanbreque, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker!
Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
This audience is over. Come, your Radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Pretty flowers.
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
No, seriously, I hate her. Not because she's poorly written. I hate her because I should hate her. I hate her vehemently. Rather like I hated Cersei Lannister.
Markets are to the north. We just need to hug the
Or
coast.
Joffrey. Nope. Nope. Stop.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end. More refugees.
And they're all making for the Crystalline Dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread? You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an exception? Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
I'm sure he is. Give me a second, though, because I want to see if I can go and do my side quests before they become unavailable. Guess that would be bad. I just realized I was going to go and do the hunt, but the that's not actually in Rosaria, it's in Sambrac. I'm pretty sure I said Rosaria earlier, though.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither. That, and you keep good company.
I suppose I do.
Yeah, there was another one. Oh, yeah. Cressida's on the way to Eastpool. Come here, Ambrosia.
Run like the wind.
We're not alone.
Now we're gonna run past them, Jill, so don't worry.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? Torgal, kill! This one. Enough.
I think we have enough bones for a while. And probably plenty of stew meat. Assuming he didn't, you know, accidentally break anybody's intestines.
No. Will it be enough, I wonder?
How did we get that so freaking clean of meat already?
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
A 13-year-old big puppy.
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
As we just, you know, bring home a bunch of elder antelope carcasses. Is there anything else? No.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere.
Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Just one femur.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
No, actually we weren't. But I suppose we can go and see him. Damn it, I want some venison. And I don't want anybody to try and take the gamey flavor out of it by soaking it in milk. Sorry. The last person who prepared venison for me instead of me making it took an entire venison roast and marinated it in milk in the fridge for like a day to remove the gamey flavor from the meat. If you can't eat venison and enjoy it for what it is, don't eat venison. Soaking it in milk completely ruined the flavor. It was the worst roast I had ever had. And I had to eat it with a smile. And tell them how good it was. It was disgusting. It was bad. Yes, thank you for coming to our TED Talk. All right, let's get Coda over here. It shouldn't be that hard. She's begging her. Coda the papaduda. Coda. Here, batter. Don't ask. I don't know what possessed me just now. Puppy the girl. Does that puppy want a treat? Coda. Coda. Did you go to sleep? There's a big shift in the air a second ago. Oh, let me guess. You came out from the bedroom side of the downstairs. There you go. Yeah. Are you ready for treats? So we have some treats? I possessed me? I don't know about that. I haven't been a fan of baseball since the strike in 1990? I think it was in 1990. Is that worth a wait? Stay with the mama's arm. No, you would get the treats faster if you would just stay there. We'll see how things change in the coming months. Nine-year-old me possessed me. Until this summer, I hadn't even thought of take me out to the ball game since I was a kid. Stepmom was humming it, and neither one of us could remember the words in the proper order until Dad started singing it.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
He's a good boy. In Japan, they made a plushie out of Torgal. There's a 30-inch plushie. Kind of hard to get in the States, though. I wanted one, something fierce. Torgal. Okay.
There's talk.
Oh, the dame needs one of the star rubies also.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven, Faelyn.
I want to see you again.
It's all right. I'll be waiting.
What am I going to do without sweet water and oil of talc? Still no car.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive. I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the Hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
Well, we're not doing that right now. Usually, like to try to make it so that I turn in more than one quest at a time.
Slavers don't even bother with Northreach now all the highborn fled south.
That'll do, girl.
Look what we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty.
That's right. Use fire against fire. It's not time yet.
Over here.
No, there is no food going. Oh shit! There's no food going on.
All yours, Torgal.
This thing doesn't have a stun bar either.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. I should... This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If a wine needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Good luck with that.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Calm yourself. We don't know for sure. It could have just been a tremor.
It could have just been a tremor.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen? Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamel is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Excuse me. All right, now let's double check. It's up over there. There's this whole section of the map that we haven't even looked at yet. Also, there's this section over here. I'm trying not to be too me about it, because let's face it, it's not going to do me it doesn't do me anything to go and clean out everything and map everything anymore. The only trophies I'm missing are in one of the expansions. I've already upgraded everything. I almost forgot where it was going.
We've got company. Come on,
Yeah, you have, haven't you?
bastard's head off.
No, you can't have my head. I prefer that stay firmly attached to my shoulders. You couldn't hold on to that long enough to do, say, this first?
All yours, Torgo. This one. Get him. This one. This one. Over here.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
I want to know how he did that. Or did that. La 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 la.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Blackstone will be happy.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
There's so much to laugh at now.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
How would he feel if he knew that Wyvern is Byron Rossfield's
Trust Uncle Byron
nephew?
to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Okay, now I think we can go back. Yeah. Also, all of this blood, still my favorite Cards Against Humanity card. Still. I think I called this guy Blackstone earlier, and I feel silly. His name's Blackthorn.
Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that. Whetstone? Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Cursebreakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the Cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthean steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the Cursebreakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right. I will.
If I remember right, the recipe that you get, I ended up not using it. Only because I had something that was slightly better already. All right. Is that mid? Yeah, that one's mid. No, the guy down in her workspace, but it's not mid. I don't know what they were thinking naming her that. Imagine telling somebody your favorite character in Final Fantasy XVI is mid. She's not my favorite character, but I'm sure she's somebody's favorite character.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Alembic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
There is good goddamn reason to do the side quests, too. This, if I remember right, increases the either the healing power or the amount of... No, it's the healing power of your healing items.
Telemon Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly. Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours?
Oh, no, it is the size.
Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever Supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, it can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo.
If you cut that statement just right. So wrong.
Well, what do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for supporting Mid and the rest of us in our endeavors. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your bag. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
I think I'm only disturbed by it right now because of the fact that I'm streaming. And I have a gutter mind sometimes.
I think Mid might need some help.
I know.
Goat. Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Well, I mean...
Mid told me she was building a ship.
It's not all the time. Sometimes it goes over my head. And somebody will say something or wriggle an eyebrow, and then like it's instantaneously turned into a horrible, terrible innuendo.
Lady Karen, Goat tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
He's a Marquess.
But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
The only female I can think of is the dame.
Delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump, I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth. He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall. But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know This place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Have a good night, Linux.
Would you rather go at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
You couldn't tell I was trying to keep somebody here. Mostly because I like called her over early, but you know.
It's all done. All done. Mama's gonna stick a in your ear. Stick a finger in your ear. Oh.
She's got pretty waxy ears. I've never had to clean her ears though, so. All right. Before we go back to Buckland, are there any other hunts available, Nectar? No. No, there are not. No other quests? No other quests.
Let me carry your goods. Out of my
There are only 2 more mother crystals left, too.
Caravan stops next to the
Juicy
checkpoint.
pears! Slake your thirst without a crystal.
Now I want a pear.
Ah, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's betrayed us, Pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Here. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bock lad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure naught else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Okay, Goots uses a lot of Scots Gaelic slang. Ken, Bairn, and instead of... Oh wait, everybody else swears a lot, so we can't have Goots swearing. He's got a really sweet, childish personality, so instead of swearing, we'll have him say flippin'. They could have just as easily have him say... The majority of Americans, or at least as far as I know, the majority of Americans aren't going to know that fecking actually is Scots Gaelic slang for fuck. Feck, fuck are the same. They are the same frickin' thing.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
Cora, no, you leave that alone.
Purses.
Next to the checkpoint.
Mom is aware she needs to clean up.
Peaches and pears.
Stop talking about the pears. I want a pear.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Bocklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By a little bairn.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct?
That and Goots
Now,
told us to.
I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots's pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and 2 birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion Goods?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Clive.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive. The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Gooch's voice is in utter and complete opposition to his size.
Out of my sight, wretch!
Okay, I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Come on, come on!
Jug of snake spit for the road?
No, I don't need any snake spit.
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
I'll take the large one.
The large one.
They're sweet as nectar.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be...
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know, then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Sorry. Taking the time to use a lighter to do something. Also, I happened to look up at my desk and I spent my entire lunch looking for this. It's a tape measure. Oh, that reminds me. Odd thing to be reminded of. Well, that's intriguing. I had something that was out for delivery earlier this evening from Amazon. And it was 10 stops away. Got to 7 stops away, and then all tracking stopped. All of it. All the tracking. Now it says still arriving today by 10. And it says that the temporary lost the signal from the driver. So that tells me that the driver's phone lost power. Which means that, for all I know, it could have been delivered, and it could be sitting out on my front step. Or my back step. I'm not sure which. Yahoo. Anyways,
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
There was some unevenness on L2. And it was bugging me. So, hence the use of fire. Alright, so we have to find some kids.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
I'll take the large one.
Yeah. The large one.
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Only thing you grown-ups ever ask us to do is shut up and go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
What a rude child. No, that's too far away. Okay. Where are the other kiddos?
You put your prices up a few gil. You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different there.
Nope, too far away.
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
How much?
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Come on, come on!
Why do I expect her to be a barker for P.T. Barnum?
Carry your goods.
Come on, come on!
Porter for hire.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
There are no crystals here.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get
Goots can't swear, but these children can.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the chocobo pen, but...
But what?
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me a good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him! I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not
force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
Wasn't planning to.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister? Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the cast stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with Gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
No shit, that's what we tried to tell you. At least we didn't end up having to fight him.
Oh, where is it?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones, and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Hansa, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then?
Leighton's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
Yeah, I know where it is. It's where we almost went at the beginning of stream.
That's that then.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Boklad. Finally.
Never mind. I was thinking of a different event.
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
Oh, really?
You should have minded your own.
I should have minded my own.
I doubt these were the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Okay, no, I was not. My brain's in the right place. There's a series of these.
We got company.
You do, indeed. Damn you!
Ogle, kill!
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Oh, no, no. There we go. This is where I almost turned when we were coming down that hill earlier.
Not a bad haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. And Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It'll be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
Scum. The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
They don't deserve any mercy, Clive.
I wasn't planning on showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Fuck! It's that guard from Boklad! Kill him! Kill them all!
All yours, Torgal.
It's over.
And they say crime doesn't pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and, be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose I could do that, but now I've already called Ambrosia, so I'm gonna ride her back to Balkland. Like my hand itches.
That'll do, girl.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
That's that then.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion.
Bloody cruising caravans, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some...
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goods' pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid. Don't look so shocked. We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That mark is proof that you're a friend to us both.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that remains is to wish you a safe onward journey. Goots' pass should secure you a place on the caravan, but if you encounter any difficulties, we would be delighted to provide you with a coach of our own. For a discounted price, of course. Say, 9 million?
We'll try the caravan.
I mean, she did give them 10% off.
Right then. Let's get this back to Goots.
And then it's on to the Dominion.
Oh no, there are side quests. Maybe not, oh no.
If I knew arrivals...
Now I just need to see about getting the word out to him. I want to know right away.
Bad news.
Good, actually. Something worth celebrating for a change. Only trouble is, the serving girl's still new to the job, so I can't leave her while I go and invite those I'd like to celebrate with.
What exactly are you celebrating, if you don't mind me asking?
I've come by a particularly fine bottle of red. A Gotan 66, no less. Gotan Rouge is the only good thing to have ever come out of the Empire. And most wouldn't part with a 66 if you held a knife to their throats.
So I've heard.
Oh. So you know of it, then? Clearly you're a gentleman of taste. A gentleman who might sympathize with my predicament, perhaps? Would you pass the good news to a few friends of mine? I'll give you a little something for your time, of course.
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do it? Marvelous. Thank you. You won't need to go far. All three of them should be right here in the market. There's Aldrich the porter, Milan the butcher, and Bolek, a guard over at the north gate. Three of the finest fellows in Boklad, if you ask me. Tell them to come to the tavern when they finish for the day. Stop by again when you let them know, and I'll give you your little something.
I'll be right back.
Little something, huh?
Hurry, man. I must leave.
I've been asked to find Aldrich, the porter. I don't suppose that's you, is it?
That's me right enough. You need something delivered?
The innkeeper sent me. He said there's a cup of Gotan 66 with your name on it when you're done for the day.
A 66? Look at me. If he's just got hold of it now, it must have been in the crates he had me carry down from Sambrek.
From the Empire to Boklad. You must be a braver man than most. That's a treacherous route at the best of times.
Such is the porter's lot. There's not a patch of storm these feet haven't traipsed across. They'd Oriflamme one day, then off to Canva the next. The farther you're willing to go, the fatter the purse. Which is why there's no shortage of competition for some of the longer routes. I'd say I've done enough for today to earn myself a cup of something tasty. Thanks for letting me know.
I don't know why, that just reminded me of my 7th grade English teacher. Well, one of my 7th grade English teachers. I moved in the middle of 7th grade. Well, at the end of 7th grade.
I see you've been of some assistance to Eloise. Perhaps you can extend me the same kindness?
Perhaps. What would I be doing?
Finding someone. You see, I've been having trouble with thieves, and despite the many pains I've taken, I can't stop them from rummaging through my packs. I was griping about my lot to a friend of mine a few days back, and he offered to track the culprits down. Now, Joseph's a sellsword, and a good one at that. But he's been gone days, and I'm beginning to fear the worst.
Any idea where his search for the thieves might have taken him?
The old Zemeckis Road, perhaps? He doubted they would be fool enough to linger here in Boklad. Joseph's lived a hard life. Made him grey long before his time. I just pray he hasn't been killed over a few sacks of grain.
I can't imagine there are too many grey-haired sellswords around. Hopefully someone will have seen him.
Pardon me, but would you happen to be a fighting man, perchance? That well-notched steel and impressive physique. I have need of a sword for hire, and yours looks to be a weapon well worth the coin. Might you be convinced to offer me the use of those formidable arms?
How exactly do you intend to use them?
Well, being something of a scholar of Zemekian history, I wish to investigate the ruins near the city. And I require a rugged companion, lest I find myself waylaid by ne'er-do-wells or the beasts said to roam the area. Should you accept, you will not only earn yourself material wealth, but partake of the true treasure that awaits us there. The rich and storied history of Zemeckis. Well, were you ever party to a finer proposition?
My arms are yours.
Wonderful! Then come. We must away.
But where are we going?
Along the old Zemeckis Road, and from there, onward to discovery. Quickly! There is not a moment to lose.
Wait. Good luck
Promise.
with your ne'er-do-wells.
We're getting there. Hoda clearly already knows something's going on.
I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Carry your goods. I'm cheap.
We will take care of him in a little bit.
Come on, come on!
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Are you Milan, the butcher?
That's me. What can I do for you?
The innkeeper's just had a special delivery. He thought you might like to join him for a cup of wine after you pack up for the day.
He knows me only too well. And I've got a ham here that will go handsomely with a nice drop.
Wine and ham to spare. Bocklad clearly isn't suffering then.
Comes with being the place everyone has to pass through to get to everywhere else. Those who travel the Crystal Road bring all manner of goods with them. We get meat from San Brec, herbs from Rosaria. Why, sometimes we even see curiosities from across the Narrow. My old man knew what he was about when he set up shop here all those years ago. Anyway, thanks for the good news. Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll shut up shop early. Wouldn't want to keep our friend waiting.
What are you gonna do with all the meat?
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
Tight-fisted swines. Let us through!
I'm looking for Bolek. I was told he'd be guarding the gate.
Well, you found him. You're not here to enlist, I take it?
The innkeeper sent me. He's just taken delivery of a rare vintage, a Gotan 66. He thought you might like a cup.
I've never said no to a goat hand. I'm not about to start now. Thanks for letting me know.
You must be a busy man.
The market would be flooded with refugees if we weren't here to stem the flow. Oh, my heart goes out to them, all right, but we've got our orders. No papers, no passage. Plenty try to slip past us nonetheless. And every now and then, one of them's foolish enough to try and force their way through. And when they do, well, things can get nasty. You know what? That wine's sounding better by the moment.
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
Come taste my peaches. They're sweet as nectar.
What I really want to be.
Juicy
I'm going to pretend I didn't hear that and that my brain isn't in the gutter.
Snake spit for the road?
Come on, come on!
Out of my sight, wretch! I know you
If our new arrivals had brought any...
I spoke to your friends. They'll be along soon.
That's fantastic news. Thank you kindly. It's been a while since we all sat down together. And the way I see it, that wine is as much theirs as it is my own.
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving anything but slops without Aldrich to go and fetch the good stuff for me. And then there's Milan, who always sends customers my way. And Bolek, an even-handed keeper of the peace, if ever there was one. Those three are the backbone of Bocklad. Lose any one of them, and the market would soon fall apart. And without the market, I wouldn't have a single customer. I'd say that's worth a bottle of 66, wouldn't you?
And more besides.
Everyone needs a shoulder to lean on. Be they world-weary innkeepers or brooding swordsmen. Right. I'd better prepare for my guest's arrival.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup, though, if you're in a sharing mood.
A Gotan 60 bloody 6. Just as well I had something special of my own set aside. A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to drown our sorrows, but it can't hurt.
Here they are, the three pillars of Bocklad. Sit yourselves down, gentlemen. The woes of the world may be monstrous in many, but there's nothing like a few good friends to keep the misery at bay.
Never a truer word spoken.
And let's see what we can do to get these other two in really quick. I know that we're super close, but I would like to be able to be on to story again tomorrow.
Porter for hire.
That's that then.
There are no crystals here. We have to keep going.
What do you want? I've no coin on me.
Just information. Has a sellsword passed through here? Grey hair.
Now you mention it, there was a young man with salt in his mane sneaking around out there a while back.
Which way did he go?
How am I supposed to know? Buggered off down the road, I expect. Now why don't you do the same and leave me be?
Rude. Oh man, now I need another soundbite. Or at least 40 if you remember what I'm talking about.
Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
Unless Stephanie did that in the Fuller house also.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Ruins, a relic of the fallen civilization. A sight so common that man is oft blinded to its wonder. Colossal vessels, dashed from the very heavens. Airships, we call them, with very little thought to what wonders such a word might describe. Oblige me if you would. Does anything strike you as peculiar about this particular specimen? Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be nigh indestructible, whatever gouged the final sin from the rock cleaved clean through the structure you see before you. A tantalizing mystery, no doubt, but merely one of countless enigmas in which Zemeckyan history is steeped. Come, good sir. Our expedition continues, and we still have much to learn.
He's passionate. I'll give him that.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I. I'm looking for someone. A grey-haired mercenary.
Well, we haven't seen him.
Yes, we have. We saw him climbing up the rocks. And those ones, over there.
Maybe he found his thieves.
Mum won't let me near them. She said there's goblins up there, and that they eat little boys for dinner.
Shush now. You've said quite enough already.
I only told him what you said.
I'd listen to your mother if I were you.
This leads to another side quest.
Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here?
I think we've found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me.
Boy, everybody keeps interrupting me in that skill. That's not cool.
Kill!
Let's get this over with.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just protecting his home.
Joseph? So the boy was right.
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me to find you. She was worried you might have got yourself killed.
Have I been gone that long? Wasn't hard finding the thieves. The problem was knowing what to do with them when I did.
I take it things are more complicated than they appear.
I'd all but ruled out bandits before I even left the market. You know why that is? Because our thieves had no interest in gold or gems, or anything they couldn't eat for that matter. Add to that the rumors of goblins in the area, and the mystery practically solved itself. I soon found their cozy little homestead and all the missing food. I launched myself at them, full of righteous fury, but their leader was the only one who moved to meet me. The others, they huddled around that food, ready to die protecting it. They stole because it was that or starvation. I've been there myself, back when times were hard.
So you spared them? And earned their trust into the bargain by the look of it.
These goblins aren't native to the area. They don't know how to survive such barren lands, so I've been teaching them. And once they've learned to hunt and forage, they won't be fool enough to risk their necks in Boklad.
I'm impressed. I didn't know goblins could be reasoned with.
Do me a favor. Let the porter know I'm safe. I'll head back to the market once my work here is done. Oh, and don't mention the goblins. I don't want people coming here brandishing pitchforks. Not now this lot have sworn off thieving.
Your secret's safe with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Alright, we're not far from finishing up these side quests.
Not. All right then. Who's first?
Jill got the kill shot.
You're going to get yourself killed. Oh, that would not do. That would not do at all. Not when such majesty stretches out before us. Behold, a final sin in all its glory. As Moss tells us, a battle was fought here in ancient times. A battle of such ferocity that it tore a great crater in the very land upon which it was waged. In reaching for their holy sanctum, did man enrage the gods, and great was the vengeance that was rained down upon him. Alas, the full truth of the matter is lost to time, though I live in hope that I might see it discovered. But we must not dwell upon such things. There is more yet to see. Onward! History awaits!
I promise. We really are very close to the end of this side quest.
Oh no.
Foolish fool.
He's really got himself into trouble this time.
But I got tired of waiting.
Still in one piece?
It would seem so. Once more I am in your debt. And once more you impress me with your prowess. These were no ordinary foes, but ones we in the field call echoes. Though Moss the Chronicler concurs with the legends in attributing the fall of Zemeckis to a wrath wrought upon mankind by the gods, he offers little in the way of explanation. Could the ruins we see before us here, in all their elaborate beauty, perhaps suggest an answer? Could the construction of such miraculous edifices have been considered an encroachment upon the province of the divine? Alas, all is mere speculation. But one day, perhaps, I will learn the truth.
Not if you keep running headfirst into trouble.
You are right, of course. And not only have you plucked me repeatedly from the jaws of death, you have proven yourself a willing audience to my ramblings.
Glad to help, but didn't you say you came here to investigate something?
I fear I may have rather overstated the case on that front. In truth, a captive ear was all I really desired. You see, even my fellow scholars have grown somewhat weary of my musings of late. And so I came upon the idea of purchasing a companion. A captive audience, if you will.
That's what this was all about.
I am afraid so. And now, my good man, it is high time we returned whence we came.
Fine.
Just don't go running off this time.
Alright, turn in the other quest, give Coda treats, say goodnight. That's the plan.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my selfish whims, plus a little extra for the trouble I have put you to.
Joseph's fine. He'll be back once he's tied up a few loose ends.
That's a weight off my shoulders.
He certainly knows his business. You found your thieves all right. And I dare say they won't be coming back.
A good man to have around, that Joseph. And if he says there'll be no more thieving, that's good enough for me. Thank you for putting my mind at ease. Here, for your troubles.
I mean, he was kind of on the way. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so I'll get to the Coda cam in a second here. People come over here. Schedule wise, depending on how things go, tomorrow is going to be either Lethal Company or possibly Diablo 4. So just so that you're aware, Darth. Cameras. Yeah, other than that, like, I guess it's just time to give Coda treats and say goodnight. Should we give the puppy treats, finally? Are we late? Is our mama late with some treats today? We were right on time with the other two sets, and then all of a sudden we was late. And this is a really, really long meat stick. Yeah, I'm just going to give her the whole thing. I was going to try to break it up, but she can break it up just fine. Don't mind my leg. I'm wearing shorts. Okay. All right. Boys and ghouls. Men and ladies. Ladies and gentlemen. Audience. All y'all. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for putting up with my rambling, my cringe games, my cringe commentary, my cringe sounds. Because I can.
This shit is cringe. Yeah, you found it cringe, but I found it fun. And that's why I'm happier than you.
Anyways, thank you, everybody. Sleep tight. Don't let the fae bite. And we will see you guys in the next stream. Just in time for an ad to start. Good night.